As long as he lived in Korea, he used to see Taehyung every day, but he didn't want to let this suffer any mental pressure by talking to him. While leaving Korea, Jungkook had decided in his heart that when he returned, he would talk to Tae, tell him that he fell in love with him. Now, at any cost, he will not let him go away from him. He will bring this relationship with Taehyung to the whole world and make Tae with his all the tradition, even if he has to face the displeasure of his family. He was still in an important meeting when secretary called him from Korea and told Jungkook about all the incident that had happened to him. Hearing this, Jungkook almost lost his senses. Do whatever you think is best, but nothing should happen to Taehyung and the baby. He had left the meeting with a worried heart and had set out for Korea. When he reached, his grandfather gave him a cute baby in his lap. Where's Taehyung? Is he okay? When they all heard Jungkook's words, not only the secretary, but also Grandpa, who was sitting there, turned pale. And Sana, she put her hand on her heart and started breathing rapidly. What is the point of mentioning that boy here? Jungkook, his work is over, and he has received the money and gave us a high. And now, you open your ear and listen. Forget about him. I will never hear his name from your mouth again. Grandpa spoke in a cold tone, with harsh words. He didn't want to ruin the happiness occasion with Jungkook's stupidity. On the other hand, Jungkook, who was holding the innocent baby in his hand, stood there motionless and indifferent as he couldn't believe what he was hearing. He's gone, his lips said to himself, very softly in disbelief. Now, his angry gaze went to the secretary, who was terrified to see him. I had told you to take care of Taehyung. You let her go? Tell me, with whose permission you let him go? I will kill you. Jungkook, now uncontrollably with anger, was moving toward the secretary when Grandpa voice stopped him. With my permission. Jungkook, now don't test my patience any further. This is an opportunity of happiness. Don't rate this happiness by chasing that boy. Give the baby to Sana. I'm thinking of getting you married in just few days. Grandpa, who was arranging on the plans in his own word, telling him, as if Jungkook was listening to it. Jungkook, Grandpa tongue stopped when he saw Jungkook bloodshot eyes. Jungkook laughed out in a mocking manner while listening to his plan. Then he took his baby and left with a sign. Grandpa doubted Jungkook's mental state for a moment when he saw Sana and fell into deep thought. Sana also got up, now looking at him angrily, and left from there. Mr. Kim had come to other city with Taehyung. He had not considered it necessary to inform Miss Kim about his brother, and anyway, it didn't matter to her where they come and went. She was living a life of luxury with her daughter, free from all the worries. Mr. Kim thought that by bringing Taehyung in a new environment and new people who would able to refuse his pain, they could neither forget Jungkook nor his child. On the other hand, Jungkook was searching Taehyung like a madman everywhere, even at the hospital where his child was developed. And the people, they didn't know anything about him. When they had gone, nor one in the university knew. He even went to his house, where Miss Kim was surprised to see Jungkook, and then told him that she had not seen Taehyung since he got married. And Mr. Kim is now lost to some unknown place where Miss Kim didn't know about. Jungkook was facing disappointment from all the sides, above the 1-month-old little moon Jungkook, who was used to cry, and all the time after hugging his mother, could neither be handled by the caretaker nor could be calmed by Sana. Only Jungkook's lap could calm him down. As soon as he placed in his daddy lap, he would fall asleep peacefully. Jungkook was desperately searching for Taehyung everywhere, and day and night, just to find him once. Like the fading flower, Tattoo seems to be a part of it. The pale color mixed with the weak body. The face was always covered with the shadow of someone's memories. They remained lost when his uncle daughter Yu, who was the same age as Taehyung, came to him and said, Come on, Tay, let's go somewhere out. Come on, get up. You insisted. They pulled his hand when they made a disgust way. Don't bother me, you. Please, leave me alone. I don't want to go anywhere. I didn't want to. You must be struck by the memories of your husband again, who didn't even ask you back. You're a very selfish person. Why didn't you get a divorce so that uncle would find some handsome boy like you and can marry you off? Only then will your life be noble, you said to him in her voice while Theon was listening to her with lost surprise in her eyes. The delicate heart trembled just hearing the word divorce from her mouth. Then they said in a hard tone, neither will I seek divorce, nor will I allow any other man expect Jungkook to enter my life. Let him have no relation with me, but the first and last man who come in my life will be only Jungkook. They has loved Jungkook. It is no joke that he will broke up here and join there. Tears start falling from your eyes and their memories come back. You looked at him sadly and asked, what is about the person that you would sit here for a lifetime? You were so young. You're only 18 or 19. You're young. How can you bear this life alone now? You must need the support of a man. How long Uncle will be together? There was a concern for his and you don't. Support. They repeated the word when his voice of her innocent son began to echo in his ear. My son. He's my sport. They lost in his thought. Your so-called husband took you away. Wait, son, forgot they and start a new life. You now fed up while her crying and suffocating state. You stood up and forcefully took Day to him. After wandering around in shopping center for some time, the two of them were sitting in the park. It was 8 p.m. The rush of the people toward the direction was very less when he got up and went to get a coffee for herself. The cold breeze were hitting their body and testing him when a group of 6 to 7 boys come there, seeing a beautiful boy like Taehyung sitting alone, and said, they start saying, hey beautiful, why are you sad? Come to us. We will take away your sadness. A boy said loudly approaching him. They endured for a while. But when he got up and started to leave, a boy took courage and held the young hand. Taehyung composed broke when he turned around and slapped that boy hard on the face. Now the boy started staring at Taehyung with bloodshot eyes, and all that companions were now combined together and looked at Taehyung with strange eyes. In fact, they were not ordinary boys. All of them belonged to the noble and powerful families of this city. Picked up that boy and put him in my car. He had such courage. He slapped me. Today, I will break his arrogancy. He said, dragging Taehyung like an animal. Taehyung was now screaming in fear, calling people for help, but people were running away from there in fear. After seeing these scenes, no one had the courage to stop these boys. Not those boys had even grabbed gun in their hands. He also came running there and was crying, pleading the boys to let Taehyung go. But boy, who had tightly held Taehyung's wrist and said, "Move away from the front, otherwise this will happen. We will take you with him." Reading this threat, you were shocked and looked at Taehyung with fretted eyes. He started praying, "Oh God, please send someone to help." Before that, the boy forced Taehyung into his car when 3 large cars arrived and stopped there.